All right, welcome back to the Subnautica series. I believe this is part 4, and this is where I'm at so far. I have gone ahead and done some of the platform, but I just want to get a few things done so that we can move on with the project. I've done a little test in Unity, which is where I think I'm going to be getting the final image from, and so I've added Solidify to this because, of course, in Unity, you need both sides to be solid in order for things to work. If you've got some transparency at all, if this was closed off and I'm shooting the outside, that's fine. But if you can see in through here, it's just transparent through there. So I've added a Solidify modifier to that one, and yeah. And so I want to do one more thing in this video, very straightforward. I want to do this thing here or something like that. And I will either do this and this with you, or this one. I might swap it or something. We'll see. Or I may do them on my own as we approach the end of the modeling and the texturing, and then I just putting things together in Unity. But I might do some of this platform with you because there are some graphics. I'm just not sure. I'm getting busy with various things. So let's go ahead and do something. So what do we need to do here for this hatch? Very straightforward. We're going to do a black piece here and then a white piece coming here, and then probably a UV sphere there, although you could probably get away with a surrounded plane, and some things here, and a very simple mechanism there. So let's do that. I got my 3D cursor right there. I'm going to bring in a circle. I don't mind using 32 vertices. You certainly could use less than that, but I don't mind. So let's see. Let's go back to this thing, and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so what is this black thing going to do? It's just going to come up and be flat. All right. So I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to press E to extrude. I'm going to pull out a little bit, and I'm just going to F to make a face. Let's go back to this. Okay, and I'm going to bevel that. Here, period key to focus in on that. Control B and pull, and 2 is probably just fine, but I might go for the third one. And shade smooth. Is there anything on the back? No. Now that's probably going to have to be longer because it's going to fit into this thing here, like that. Okay, and then I think what I'll do is I'll take this piece here and I'll duplicate it out and scale it down a bit. And just bring it back and see. I want a little bit of that, but not too much. Something like that. And then I'm going to extrude out. Did I hit E? E to extrude. There we go. I'm going to come out. And then I'm going to I to inset to come in a little bit. And then we're going to extrude out again, but we're going to angle it down. I'm going to I to inset again to make that. And then I'm going to press it in. And I'm going to get rid of that face, I think, to make that kind of a shape. Now that might be too tall. Let's also flip it. Let's look from the side and maybe in wireframe box, select that and just pull it back a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so let's come in here and bevel here and here just to get a little bit more definition. And I guess I'm using 3 and here, and we'll see if this is the shape that we want. You don't always get it the first time. Okay, let's I think I need to make it shorter. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look from the side in wireframe again, box select, drag it all in like that. I think that could potentially do the job. You get the idea anyhow. I'm just going to bring my 3D cursor there again, just to make sure. And yeah, all right. Okay, so I'm going to bring in, what should I do? I think I will use a UV sphere. Did I say sphere? I meant sphere. You know what I meant. And I'm going to rotate 90. And in wireframe 1, I'm going to get rid of the backs. And I'm going to scale this in the Y. I want a little bit of curvature, but not too much. And get that in there. you know, like that. Now, who is facing the wrong way? You are. Okay. And I think right now, not that, I will put stuff in collections because I started that on the side there. So I'm going to put that in collection. I'm going to call it hatch. So we can just focus on that. I'll bring that up there. And we'll select and slash. We'll just focus on that. So, all right. I mean, it's a lot of vertices, but, you know, I want it to be kind of smooth. And I'm just making a static image. Let's just see if we're doing okay. Yeah. So let's make this thing. And the way I thought I would do that is, I'm just going to look right on it. I think I'm going to use a circle. I could just use a cylinder, but no, I'll go for something like 22. Again, that is maybe a little bit too high, but I'm going to bring that over here, get it to around the size I want it, and look down from the top, and I'm going to box select the back and get rid of that. Take these vertices, E to extrude. They would go in, F to make a face, and then E to extrude, and we'll come out like this. And I'll just sort of center that up again and start to look at that piece. I'm actually going to bring stuff back. So that's kind of going to be like that. And if that's the case, let's just focus on that and get rid of this back face. And then select this face and this face. And it might need to be longer or taller. Control B. I'll stick with the 3. And do that. I will be joining stuff, but I, you know, could just go ahead and add that on there. Okay, so that is part of hatch, right? So once again, I can just focus on that if I want. Okay, and then it's just like I'll use these or just go cubes. I'm going to bring my 3D cursor there. Just once again, how long is it? It's pretty narrow, right beside the black thing. Okay, I'm going to take this again, Shift D to duplicate, and take that piece. I'm going to pull it out, break it out, and then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to rotate Y 90. We're going to try this kind of a thing. And then let's grab, let's say, this edge here and pull it up quite a bit. And then pull it in and get a sense for whether or not this could work for my attachment. I definitely need to make it shorter, attached further down there. I mean, from a distance, you know. The only thing is, I think both of these have to go down so that this one can look like it's kind of poking up. And maybe at the end, maybe it goes over here. Let's fill up the bottom of this and give it a little bevel. And just think about this for a second here. Now, what if I take that and I mirror it? How bad does that look? Okay, it's not mirroring very well yet. So let's take that and bring my 3D cursor there. And set the origin to the 3D cursor. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing, right, just right there. You know, just, you know, from a distance. And then, you know, you could do design on here if you wanted to. You could, I don't know, you could do a little inset here. I'm not sure that I'll stick with this, but it's something we're doing. Right now, anyhow. Maybe one in. Oops, not there. To both sides. Just working quickly. Kind of would want to do something with that cap there. But that could be the mechanism that I'm going to use. And yeah, you know, something like that. Okay. And then we have those things sticking out. So let's say let's just bring my 3D cursor there. And now we have this. Let's rotate X 90 and scale it down like this and pull it back a bit. And I think it's possibly down there somewhere. No, maybe it's on that rim. So hopefully I have enough of the rim to do it like that. Take that out. I'm going to Shift Control B on that edge and hold Shift and curve it to 3. Do something like that. And because I can't really see, it gives me license to do whatever I want almost. I'll go ahead and give it some thickness here. Slash key. We'll come in here, 3 for face selection, and delete that face and select those 2 faces. And Control B, and there's 2, there's 3. I'll shade smooth, and I'm going to make like a little handle on it. Shift D, take that edge, and then pull it out like that. P to break it out. Take that, E to extrude, and come to the surface of that, and then X edges. And that'll leave me that. And I can just select that edge really and Shift Control B. I don't need the vertices. Do something like that. Maybe I'll roll my mouse up. So there's probably 5 in there. Yeah. All right. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to convert to a curve. And in the bevel depth, I'll give it some thickness like that. Maybe shade smooth. You can do little endings on it, but it's so small. I'm not really going to see it very well. Let's just look over here. Like I feel like I see that. Oh, maybe I saw it on another image somewhere. I think I did. But at any rate, it looks like it goes a little bit further. Scale in the Z, like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that from my 3D cursor there and make like little emission lights with circles. And let me see if I can get away with 18 vertices for this. Okay, so I'll take that, I'm going to rotate X 90, and I'll build it, and then I'll make it a little smaller. Okay, so I'm going to extrude, very simple, like I do these a lot. Come in, and come up, F, and then I'll just press 3. And then come back like that. That's the kind of thing, and then do a little bit of beveling of these edges here. I just need 3, shade smooth, and that would come on. And then let's go back into that, scale it down, have it something like that, and I'll have 2 of them. Now, before I go copying stuff all around, let me throw in maybe an edge loop or a seam there, so I can select this for the emission and this for black. So that's done just like that. That's fine. And I'm just going to Shift D to duplicate. I have another one there. And these things are going to be joined to there. And I might as well take this and convert it to a mesh. I'll put 3 for the resolution and convert to mesh. And I'm going to join that. And we're close, but I need something in here. And I think I could do a Boolean and cutaway, but I'm kind of thinking of, let's see. Can I use some of this because it's in the right orientation? I might be able to take this. This is just a thought. I'm going to take that, P to break it out, and just, maybe make it a bit bigger. I'm going to cap the ends because I'm going to bevel them and use half of it. I don't know if this will look any good, but we'll give it a try. Okay. Okay, it's angled, so let's take that and just SZ0, scale in the 0 to straighten it out. This one, SZ0, that's good. And then I want to get rid of the underside, right? Yeah, okay, I could have done that afterwards. I'm going to put a face there, F to make a face, F to make a face, and then with both of those selected, Control B, nice big rounding like that. And I've done this a few times before, but just not from a piece like that. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate 90, I was just thinking I would have these as a design element on there. I don't want them the exact same with the sizes, from there to there, I don't think. Okay, what if I array this now? I guess in the Z, so I'll hold Shift and pull down, 0 out the X, and have 3, but give it a bit of space, just for something on there. That's what it is. On the other hand, would they look any good inside there? Let's just find out. So let's just grab this one and pull it in. Does that look right? Almost, I don't know. It's just something about these. I think I'm going to do that and delete those faces there. And I'm going to apply the array and join it. I'm just trying to think about whether or not, what if I scale this in the Y this a little bit? All right, let's take all this, merge by distance, and recalculate outside just in case, and double check the whole thing. Yeah, okay, we got a problem here. Well, let's flip all of this stuff. Here, is this still got a mirror on it? Let's apply the mirror, and let's join that, flip it all, and then we're going to start joining things together in a bit. This thing has to be rotated, so let's do that first. So let's, is everything in the hatch? Everything's in the hatch. Select and slash. Okay, let's look from the front. I want my 3D cursor back there. Take this and set the origin to 3D cursor. We can just rotate. Is that under? Yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to Shift D to duplicate and rotate, and I probably should have unwrapped pieces, but I might actually just do a real quick unwrap using like maybe box or cube projection is what I'm trying to say. Concentrating on too many things. That's what I think it might turn out to be. Okay. So let's see what we got. We got just this. That's fine. I don't need a subdivision on it, and that, and that. What if I just join it all? This, I can just join it, and let's slash. I was wondering if I had an edge under there. Let me just select those. Yeah. Select those and H to hide them. I think I might have another edge here, or another face. Yeah, I think I may have had a face there and some extra stuff. Alt H. Oh, did I lose them? Okay, well, easily fixed. I'll just take that and extrude back, and we're good. Yeah, all right. Something was off about that. Let's just take that and join that stuff together. So that's it there, right? Merge by distance. Everybody's okay. All right, let's just focus on that. All right, so this is the thing that I want to unwrap. And, sometimes you can be lazy. You probably shouldn't be, but on the other hand, I don't know. Maybe I'll put some edges in here, and here. Just sort of split it apart. Mark seam there, and this one's kind of a pain to do. Okay, so what should we do? That, and that. Where does that leave us with that? Control L. Let's just unwrap that thing and see. Oh, that's all right. Let's see if I can do the same thing. That and that. No. All right, so for this one, I'm going to select there. It's not really critical, but maybe I'll do there and there. I'm going to test that one. You can also come up here and look at stretching. That one is stretching. It's not going to matter with the material that we're using, really. Shift H on that. And that's why we have an end there. I knew there was something that wasn't right. Let's get rid of that. And let's see if it's any better. There you go. Okay. So, I'm going to get rid of this one here because I just did this one. And I'm going to Shift D and GZ, ZZ. Now, if I'm, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Okay, well, might as well just keep going. I'm going to select that face and that face, this face and this face, Control E, mark seam. I'm curious as to, I don't think those are going to unwrap too nicely, but okay, I don't want this on anymore. Yeah. That's going to be fine for what we're doing. And so I'm going to come in here and grab an edge underneath there. Doesn't have to be perfectly underneath, it's not going to matter. Again, for the kind of textures, Control E and mark seam. And I don't know that I'm going to have to do much with these. Let's just select them and unwrap. And they're just going to come out like that. That's fine, and those things are too. And so I might be ready to just try unwrap. Select it, unpack it, and some of these are small, but it's going to be fine, I think, for what we're doing. So let's give that a try as the hatch. Let's come over here to the materials, and let's just click new and call this hatch. I'm just going to call this, not that, hatch video, in case I do it again and I decide that's not what I wanted. Anyhow, so yeah, I've done that. You can do as much as you want. Alright, and let's export, and let's call this hatch video. Selected objects, export, and that's good so far. Let's go to Substance Painter. Alright, there she is. Let's bake the mesh maps at 2K and check ID and thickness. It's not the nicest unwrap, but it should do the job for what we want. Okay, there it is. And I'll turn on anti-aliasing. And we're just going to go for it here. Plastic. I may be making some changes to these materials, but for now, we're just doing this. I do need color. Sort of an off-white color. And roughness, I'm going to put at 0.3, let's say. Maybe it'll be shinier, we'll see. Okay, let's add a filter and do the usual stuff. Add that matte finish. Maybe reduce the scale. And brushing intensity. Okay, so I want this back piece to be black. Just before I do that, though, I'm actually going to bring this down to 0.2, so it is a bit shinier. Okay, and to do that, I'm just going to duplicate this, and I'm going to make this black. That might actually be too shiny, so. And I'm going to put a black mask and come over here to the polygon fill and choose mesh. And that piece is going to be black. Yeah. Okay, maybe I was supposed to be at 0.3. I can leave this other one. Yeah. So it's white and black, and these things are black. Okay, and there's some. Okay. So in this mask, let's go ahead and choose this thing as well. And I was thinking of making these black, but I'm thinking of making them the same color as the bar, which is going to be another color. So what if I was to duplicate this again? This one, though, I'm going to have to clear the mask. In fact, I'm going to get rid of it for the moment so we can see the color that we want for this. And I'm going to go for that sort of an orange yellow color. That might be too yellow as opposed to orange. Yeah, maybe like that. A new black mask, polygon fill, and the bar. And the bar is still rather yellow as opposed to orange, but that's okay. I don't know if this is going to look any good. What I'm thinking of, you tell me later. Oh, I'm already not liking it particularly. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Let's come back to this mask here and just do them in black, because I don't really particularly like those things anyhow. It was just a thought, you know. Okay. And let's come in here and see if we can use wireframe and get that, or UV chunk, get those pieces in black. Oh, I didn't do it on that one there. Okay. So that's why I put that seam there. So it makes it easy to do that. And let's do an emission on these. So I need to get an emissive channel going. There we go. I'll do it as a fill, color and emission, and we'll choose like, I don't know, bluish kind of color. With a black mask and a paint, and we'll come over here and we'll just do that. Once again, the other ones. Okay, over to the smart materials, and we'll search for glass visor with a black mask, and select just this thing. But I may not want this glowing edges stuff, and I may make this a little more rough, and yeah, I'll leave that. And I don't even think I really want it with opacity. I might just have it like that and reflect a little bit. Okay, now that's white. Okay. At the very top, I might try just a little bit of dirt, just to get in the crevices, kind of. Actually, I'll do it over here. Just in there, just so there's a hint of it, so it looks like something's been done. And I'm wondering if I just do a simple paint for a second in that, what my symmetry is like. Because I was thinking, I'll use it as a fill with color and height, and drop this down and make this black mask and paint. So we'll try this. Yeah, maybe not too good. It's kind of working. Okay, so I'm going to come back here and I'm going to drop my height a little bit more. Come to my paint, and I could just use a brush, actually, just a hard brush, and the hardness should be all the way up, right? Yeah, okay. And I was just thinking I would just do something like that. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. All right, hatch video. I don't know if I would keep those or not. I'll stick with that for the moment. And let's go ahead and export this. So this has got emissive, doesn't really have transparent or opacity. So let's export this and have a look. I believe I can just use my typical preset. And I'll put that in Texture Subnautica video and export. All right, so I'll get the emissive. Oh, and I don't have opacity there anyhow. Okay, let's come over to shading and hatch video. Okay, I already got the material going, so good. So select Shift Control T. This is Texture Subnautica. Let's see, where is it? Hatch video right there anyhow. And the white might not quite match this. You know, I might have to think about that. But I can do that another time. So let's get that emission going. I'm going to get rid of that displacement. And this one, again, you can rename by pressing N and going up to here. So I can just do that. Emissive. And let's find it. Hatch video emissive. And we'll drag this up into emission. I'll put the emission at like 15. sRGB. And there they are. Okay. Save. And from a model, it looks like this. Let's get rid of this and this. Oh, those almost look good. Almost look like they look like they should be indented. And then I kind of like it, you know, whatever. I don't know if the guy's swimming along and he grabs onto this. I don't know what he's supposed to do. Those, but anyways, that's what I come up with for a quick hatch, and it really doesn't even have to be transparent like that. There's nothing I'm going to see. Although it would be cool if I did this on the inside of that, but that's all right like that, I think. So, all right. Anyways, that's where we stand right now. So, like I say, I will either go and do a few of these other pieces myself, or I'll do them with you. I'm just not sure if you're interested enough in me doing every little step of this, and we'll get to the final image. Like, I don't know if I mentioned to you that I would be bringing this into Unity, and I'll have a little bit of an underwater scene. I haven't done much of that on this channel, so that'll be something kind of new. And I think if it goes okay for us, we'll do that a little bit more often. All right, at any rate, I'll be back probably tomorrow or the next day with another video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I want to thank you for coming by anyhow. Take care.